I'm just making sure this is the order and we're all good.
Let me see here.
Boop.
We've got witches, we've got ghosts, PETA in between, and we start with the devil.
Now, do you know what a MILF is?
Yes.
MILFs dig it, and you will too.
I appreciate the endorsement. I think I'm going to keep that one. I think that is a great endorsement for this show.
Now, do you know what a MILF is?
Yes.
MILFs dig it, and you will too.
Yeah. The reason I mentioned the devil is that comes from a video from 2014, which is now getting recirculated on the internet. We're going to have it up actually online now at thatpodcastilike.com. 2014, a woman goes over the Monster Energy can and explains why Monster Energy is the work of the devil. It is what it is. It's Halloween time, and you have to follow her on the whole thing. I'm not going to play all of it here because there's a lot involved, but my favorite part.
Now, do you know what a MILF is?
Yes.
MILFs dig it, and you will too.
All right. That is where we start today. Like I said, we also have witches, ghosts, and PETA somewhere in between. Let's jump into it.
Let's find out. One.
Gary Thomas is the priest and official exorcist for the Catholic Diocese of San Jose.
Okay.
And he heard that a coven of East Coast witches planned to hex newly appointed Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh.
Hang on. So you're telling me there are witches on the East Coast that are hexing Brett Kavanaugh, the newest member of the Supreme Court?
Yes.
Okay, so
That
the witches are gathering to hex. And this made an exorcist from the West Coast pop up.
A priest and exorcist, yes.
Okay.
And he immediately...
Don't you have to be a priest to be an exorcist?
I don't know.
Okay, anyways, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I know they were offering classes online to become an exorcist.
You're fighting some big forces here, so I don't know if you have to be... I don't know. I thought maybe that was a requirement.
I think you can get an online certification now.
Oh, like TV VCR repair. All right, go ahead. So anyways, the witches are gathering.
And Gary Thomas sent out an alert to all of his fellow exorcists nationwide.
Right.
And they offered up 2 masses for the judge to help repeal the curse.
You don't have to be in the presence. I thought an exorcist had to be within the presence of the spirit to get rid of it.
I have no idea.
So these exorcists, he puts out a message, and then they decide that they're going to put some sort of force field around Brett Kavanaugh to prevent the hexing?
Yes.
All right, this should have been the first use of the presidential alert system. This totally is what it should have been. Trump tweeting out, family member could use some prayers right now. Raise up prayers. No details. And of course you get the messages back. And then after that, oh, not working. We need the Ghostbusters. Next.
People for the ethical treatment of animals now say that cow's milk has been long embraced as a symbol of white supremacy.
This is awful. I saw this yesterday, and like I said, yes, we have the witches, and yes, we'll get into ghosts here, but PETA is the evil thing in between here. This is a story they put out saying why cow's milk is the perfect drink for supremacists.
Yes, they tweeted the article, and there's a tagline.
Oh, they're tweeting too? Great. I didn't realize that.
They've got a fantastic tagline, though. The white stuff isn't the right stuff. Learn what's wrong with drinking milk.
Listen, PETA, I stopped drinking cow's milk, but it wasn't because of fear of being a white supremacist. I just realized it wasn't good for my digestive system.
Well, the article broke it down into 3 reasons why it symbolizes supremacy, but the best part was the documentation of their theory. They offered up 2 movies that feature scenes where alleged white supremacists have been seen drinking milk.
All right.
Inglourious Bastards and Get Out.
Oh, Peter, you drive me insane. Okay, yes, those people were seen drinking milk. You know what? They're also seen breathing oxygen, PETA. This Halloween, what is scarier? Going as a white supremacist or as PETA? Either way, could you imagine going through your kids' Halloween candy and finding material from one or the other inside their candy? Like, if you got a pamphlet from a white supremacist or PETA, you'd probably be just as pissed off either way.
Probably.
And finally,
a woman by the name of Juliana Berg is suing Billy Idol for ghosting her. So here's the story. Allegedly.
Billy Idol?
Now, do you know what a MILF is?
Yes.
MILFs dig it, and you will too.
Apparently, okay. Now, allegedly, this happened.
So 2 years ago in Vegas, allegedly he invited her to a meet and greet, and then to the concert, and then back to his hotel room.
Okay.
But I guess ditched her somewhere in the process.
Wear it as a badge of honor. You now have a story, all right? Juliana, you have a story now about that one time you almost hooked up with Billy Idol in Vegas. Isn't that a great story just to go home with?
Well, yeah, it is a great story, but I guess that wasn't enough. The lawsuit says that she thought she would be returning to his hotel room with him for the night and is suing him for extreme emotional distress, travel expenses, and reimbursement for the show ticket.
Juliana, he saved you from disappointment. Do you really want to finish that story? How old is Billy Idol?
He's 62 now.
62 years old. Do you really want to be pulling those leather pants off those 62-year-old legs? Think about it, Juliana. You don't want to be doing that. He saved you.
Isn't Mick Jagger still having kids?
Speaking of needing the Ghostbusters. All right, we're going to get out here on that. I know later today we have another beer for my Daily Beer podcast, and that is going back to Distill. I am such a fan of their IPAs.
We're going to be drinking Touch of Haze, which is one of their hazy IPAs.
Yeah, they're New England style, very popular this year, so check that out on My Daily Beer. And then subscribe here. We'll do it all again tomorrow. You know we love you, and good luck tonight with your lottery tickets, everybody.
Guys, this is very exciting. The Mega Millions jackpot is now a record high $1.6 billion. That's right, the jackpot is $1.6 billion, which means for just $2, you have a chance to lose just $2.
I love it, man. You're going to listen to so much bullshit in the morning.
Well, trust me, I'll give you your fair share, just the right amount.